Picture this. You have your laptop open. It's 9 p.m. on a Sunday night, and you've been working since 6 p.m. You're just going to answer that one last Slack message, but somewhere in the back of your mind, you have a little voice saying, when did I stop being a leader? Like, when did I start being everybody's babysitter and emergency contact, right? Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to Resilient Growth. I am Amy Looper, and I'm so glad that you're here today because this is a really big problem for women in leadership. I see it come up and up again with every client that I work with and many people that I come in contact with in business. And here's what I want to really sit with for a second. I want you to sit with this. If you're a leader, okay? Whether you're in a corporate leadership position, you own your own business, maybe you're leading at home as a caregiver, it doesn't matter, it's all leadership. But if you're finding yourself constantly available, you're absorbing everybody else's energy, their stress, their emotions, and you're probably running on fumes telling yourself, I have a time management problem. I have a workload problem. I just need a vacation, right? Help. But there's one big red flag that I really want you to take seriously. It's a boundary problem. And until we fix the boundary problem, nothing else is going to shift. Your energy won't shift. Your team won't shift. You won't lead with clarity and purpose. Okay. So today I want to walk you through a really practical boundary system that's designed for leaders. 3 types of boundaries, why they matter for your nervous system and your team, and exactly how to start implementing them without the guilt. Imagine. No guilt. So let's start here because I know what you're thinking. Well, Amy, if I set more boundaries, I'm going to see less committed. People are not going to like me, right? My team needs my availability, right? I hear you, and I'm going to challenge you with this, okay? Fellow recovering people pleaser myself. Here's what's actually happening when you don't have consistent boundaries as a leader. Your nervous system's always in that sympathetic state. It's in that chronic activation where you're stressed out. And over time, what that does is it just depletes your energy. You can't think as clearly, can't remember as many things. You're not making great decisions, right? And to lead, that signals to your team that there are no standards. So they don't know if you're coming or going, right? They think everything is urgent. And you think that too. And you think everything should be activated. Everything's a firestorm. So think about that for a moment. Your boundaries or lack thereof, that sets the tone in the room. It's contagious. Your team takes their cues from you. So work-life balance for leaders is really not about working less. It's about a different way approaching it so you build capacity at the highest level and sustain your growth and protect your energy at a consistent level, okay? So people pleasing at work might feel like you're being a good girl, kindness, right? But what it says is that you're teaching your team that your yes has no value and that their growth, their ability to solve problems, make decisions, step up to the plate in leadership is less important than your approval. And I hate to say it, but it's a trauma response oftentimes. So here's the boundary system I want you to start building. There are 3 types. They work together, and you can't just have one. We really have to go through them all. So number 1, time boundaries. This is the most visible one, right? It's where leaders start. Time boundaries are protecting 2 things: your focus time, your deep work time, and your recovery time. They're not negotiables, right? You have to have that to really have critical thinking. That means you have to block your time, right? Block your time for the focused strategic work. Absolutely turn off Slack. Don't take meetings. Don't check email. Don't answer everything that comes in. Then your brain has time to focus and then recover so that you can stay regulated emotionally as well and show up as the leader that you really want to show up as. And here's a simple starting point, really. Block an hour, block 90 minutes, no meetings, no email, no, answering anything. Just do that. 2, decision boundaries. This is about being really clear, first with yourself, and then with your team about your tolerance level. What's okay, what's not okay. And a lot of leaders feel overwhelmed from doing too much work. But it's really that they're also in decision fatigue, right? Decision boundaries are like, that's in your zone of leadership. What's your recommendation? Or I trust your judgment. You want to empower your team so that they can help you scale, right? And so one of the most loving things you can do for your team is help grow that trust. Help your people grow trust in themselves as you grow trust in yourself, right? And so they don't feel like they have to be rescued every single time. Number 3, emotional boundaries. Okay. This is one that real transformation happens. And it's honestly the one we really resist the most as high achieving women. Emotional boundaries mean leading with clarity instead of reactivity, right? You might know the difference that, maybe you're empathetic, maybe you feel a little over responsible for other people's emotions. Well, that's a wound. If you've done any kind of awareness work or therapeutic work, and you deeply care about your team, that makes you a great leader. You can be compassionate as a leader. You can still love your work, but you can also respect your time and respect all of your energy that goes into it, right? So when you lead from a grounded, regulated nervous system, you're not absorbing and reacting to every emotional thing going on, okay? We have to become adaptable. And when your team sees that, they trust you. They see you as steady. It transforms the culture because it's no longer filled with chaos. So I want to pause for a second and say, if anything is resonating with you and you're ready to stop white knuckling your schedule and really actually build the capacity to lead at your highest level, I want to invite you to book a clarity call with me. The link is in the description below because I know what's getting in your way, but it doesn't have to continue this way. And I want to reframe something that really gets thrown around, this work-life balance, right? Work-life balance. Here's my honest take. Like, balance implies that your work and life are on opposite ends of a scale, and you're constantly trying to keep them equal. Well, that's not realistic ever, right? Some seasons work is higher and life is a little bit less. Sometimes it's the opposite way, right? And so I want you to think about integration. And when integration is possible, we have consistent boundaries. We know what we want. We can be fully present in the meeting because you're not, spitting and the million other things that you have to do. And you can be present with the loved ones at home at dinner. You can actually have a social life and have friends and hobbies. And you can show up on Monday fully restored, not feeling like you're just surviving another week. And that's the kind of leadership, the kind of life that I know you want, and I want that for you too. Like, it's not selfish, but at the highest level, you can give that gift to your team as well. It's a huge ripple impact when we lead differently. So life gets to be different, but it requires really big conscious choice that you're going to protect what matters, which is your energy. Boundaries are going to be that container that you hold them in, and it helps you architect the rest of your life. So let me bring everything together for you, okay? If you want to lead your full team, not just manage, not be the babysitter, you need these 3 boundaries. Time boundaries to protect your capacity, decision boundaries to protect your team's capacity, and emotional boundaries to protect your energy, your spirit, right? That is the system. And it starts with 1 boundary a week. Just start one thing at a time, right? Block the calendar, hold to it, complete maybe 3 things a day, hold to it, become a strong finisher. And if this resonates, drop a comment below and tell me which boundary really has been helpful for you. What has changed? I really want to hear from you. And I will check these personally myself. So if you found this helpful, please like this video. Subscribe to Resilient Growth, because every week I bring you trauma-informed, science-backed strategies to help you lead with clarity, courage, and purpose. And I also want to encourage you to use the link below to book a clarity call with me this week so we can figure out exactly what it looks like for you to build more capacity as a leader without sacrificing the things that really matter to you. I know you want to live a full life and do amazing things, but we've got to do it in a systematic approach. So I appreciate you. Have a great week.